Hey, you already know what it is, man. I'm just here for the comments, back with another video. And hey, we're going to talk a little bit of something about one of my favorite WWE wrestlers, man, John Cena, sitting down with legendary Shannon Sharpe and having a conversation about his career, the things that he's been through. And I'm going to do multiple videos on this, but the first one, we're just going to go ahead and read the comments. Some other videos, if you want to check out, that's going to be dropping, is breaking down certain segments in the video. Super great interview, one of my favorite interviews, and I learned a lot of things, man, about John Cena that I did not know. But first, let's go ahead and get into some of these comments, man. You already know what it is, man. Let's talk about this thing. So, somebody says, John Cena does not get enough credit for how introspective and articulate he is with his thoughts and words. Very intelligent. Hey, man, early on, you could tell John Cena was a wordsmith, but he came off with that braggadocious, thugonomics, very, very hip-hop, very, very gritty, hard knock life type mindset and persona that he came through with the wrestling act, which is very, very dope. But this is really, really ironic, is that when John Cena was coming up and he had one of his big rival moments with JBL, who was acting like a, Donald Trump type figure with the money, the bullhorn, very rich in status, very professional, the way his hair was, the whole nine. John Cena literally grew to be that guy just without being a jerk, because JBL is one of my favorite villains of all time. So both of them hand in hand, both first name John, like it's just hilarious how it went. But yes, John Cena over the years has grown into a very good businessman. You can tell he has a lot of great people around him helping out with his PR team. I mean, the whole nine. He does his thing, and I'm very, very happy to see his growth over the years. Shout out to John Cena, man. Any John Cena fan knows he handles himself very well. He doesn't get easily embarrassed. He's very accountable, very transparent, tries to be very respectful, understanding, and he's just growing over time, man. That is something beautiful that as a fan, you can watch somebody and grow and learn from. That's the way I want to be. I want to be a little bit more punctual. I want to be a little bit more crisp, in the way that I do things or whatnot. But when I'm turned up, though, I'm turned up. I ain't never going back down to that. But at the same time, it's really good to see that. Someone else says, whoever told John Cena to try out wrestling before he went to the Marines made history with that suggestion, and he didn't even know it. Facts. So watching this interview, John Cena was talking about how he was trying to figure out things in his life. He was trying to figure out, what can I do? He worked so many different odd jobs here and there. Seemed like failure after failure. He didn't fit in. This is going to be a hobby. This just maybe not be for me. You know what? I'm going to take my talents to the Marines, the Army, whatever. Hey, we got great money. Get great healthcare, benefits, travel the world, this, that, and the third. I'm already in shape. I love to work out. It's going to keep me trained, disciplined. Hey, man, a friend stepped to him and said, hey, would you like to try out wrestling? And the rest is freaking history. Sometimes one little thing could change your entire life. And sometimes you miss out on opportunities, but man, my God, sometimes it only takes that one thing to put you in the right direction, and the rest is history from there. Someone else says, the car part was 100% relatable. Just listening to the engine while you're going through the gears is therapy that few understand. See, I'm not a really big car guy. So yeah, that part I can't really relate to. I didn't know John Cena was such a big car guy. And I noticed there's a lot of people that just love their cars. They love the vehicles. They love the drive. They like me personally. I like Lambos. I like the Corvette, the Stingray one, kind of like how Young Dolph has. So I like sports cars. I really don't care how fast it goes because I can't drive that fast without getting pulled over and all that stuff. So I just like, the looks of cars and, getting them custom made and wrapped up, things like that. Someone else says, his famous quote, never give up. Now I understand. Thank you, John. I've watched you grow in stardom since I was a little 9-year-old boy. I am 27. I needed this. Man, could you imagine doing something that was so great that people had you in their homes? You were part of the family every night. They can't wait for you to come in town. They love watching you. You give them great joy. And everywhere you go, people want to give you thanks, appreciation for what you did in their life, and you didn't even know it. You don't even know how you impact some people. I've gotten emails, I've gotten DMs and everything about people just telling me that I inspire them, that they're just happy with this or they're happy with that, and it touches my heart. It really does, because I'm like, okay, I'm on the right track here. I'm doing something that is resonating with people out there in the world, man. Shout out to John Cena for that. Another person said, honestly, John Cena deserves infinite respect. He didn't have a family who was big in wrestling. He was a first generation wrestler who made himself famous from betting on himself and believing in himself. He really is an American success story. Wow. I mean, his whole thing, or what he was talking about, even in the persona, was solidified from his actual real life, because the grind, the grit, the determination, the work hard, there's a little bit of luck in there. There's blessing, there's favor in your life when you take on the responsibility and have accountability for yourself and you just go for it. Hey man, that was his whole persona in wrestling, which was actually happening in his real life. So yes, John Cena 100% deserves the accolades, deserved the respect. He did what he had to do, and I'm very, very happy for the brother, man. Shout out to John Cena. Someone else said, this hour interview felt like 15 minutes. It felt genuine, and the chemistry between these two felt natural. Hope to see John in Nightcap. They get a little bit wild on Nightcap. I don't think John Cena will be getting on there. I could be wrong. But yes, man, hearing them conversate, hearing the appreciation that John Cena has for Shannon Sharpe asking the particular questions that he was asking was seemingly like a breath of fresh air for John Cena. And I was really, really happy to hear that, hearing about his father, hearing about his family, his upbringing, getting the peek behind the curtain to what's going on in John Cena's mind. I mean, at the end of the day, they're just human who are obtaining their goals and having a great financial success and a great career. But at the end of the day, they still have different troubles, problems, things that they go through, things that they need to overcome. So just to be able to get to see that from John Cena is absolutely phenomenal, man. Absolutely phenomenal. Someone else said, I had to send people who go to find things to I don't know what that meant. Okay. I love how Cena is not self-centered and speaks so well of people he's worked with. He's also very honest with his words. When I hear John Cena speak, the way he talk is very forthcoming. It's very considerate. It's very matter of fact and not high and mighty. It's also giving we are one and the same in the fact that we're human. I understand. I am very aware and empathetic to other people, whether they're the right and the wrong, and however we can do it together to make it better in the future. Not the window on the past, don't forget it, but also let's figure out a way we can move forward. And just accountability, man. I mean, like I said, talking, man, like listening to him, I would love to have a conversation with John Cena. If John Cena ever sees this, hey, brother, I would love to talk with you. Matter of fact, the next video, I got to grab my WWE Championship belt. Because, yeah, the champ is here. Someone else says John Cena holds the Guinness World Record for granting the most wishes through the Make-A-Wish Foundation. That's why he's the GOAT. Hustle, loyalty, respect. We got to put some respect on John Cena's name, man. That is phenomenal. Something that I've learned in my years is that it's not just about how much money you make. Now, if you Mansa Musa and stuff like that, if you're a person who's made a lot of money, of course, some people are going to remember that. But in the grand scheme of things, people are also going to remember how you treated them and what you did. What were your contributions to the world? What is your legacy besides the money? Even 50 Cent is talking about this right now. Shout out to 50. People are going to know about how much money he had, but ultimately the jobs that he provided, the programs he's building, the studios he's building, all the type of opportunities he's given to people. And I love that about people like 50 Cent, Cat Williams, John Cena, When people come back and them themselves don't have to say anything, people come back like, no, bro, you don't understand. Yo, so-and-so did this, man. He's so humble with it. You wouldn't even know. That is just absolutely amazing. Absolutely amazing. So shout out to John Cena for that Guinness World Record, because that's absolutely amazing. I wonder what the number is. How many Make-A-Wishes did he actually perform? Someone else says, we 100% need Booker T on here. Oh, absolutely. Absolutely, man. You get Booker T, the five-time WCW champion. Can you dig it, sucker? With Shay Shay? You get them two having a conversation and going back and forth, man. I would love to see it, man. Shout out to Booker T, man. I believe his wife, Charmel, is also from Gary, Indiana, like me, if I'm not mistaken, or in Indiana. So salute to her as well, man. Yeah, heck yeah, we need Booker T in the building for sure. John's perspective on waiting for his dad to say he made it is not deserved, it's earned. Man, listen, the first part, there's a couple of things in this interview that John Cena and me have in common. And as far as the father thing, I definitely feel that, because how can I say this? This just gets me a little emotional. But when John Cena was talking about, you know what, the past is the past. It is what it is. For the longest time, he was waiting for his father to reach out to him. I'm going to go out on the limb, and I could be wrong, but from what John Cena has been saying in that interview, and just looking at what he said they are at now, I would not be surprised if John Cena's father haven't been to one of his wrestling bouts. I wouldn't be surprised. And the only reason why I say that is because have a similar situation, whereas me and my father were not speaking. And I would have hoped, the way that conversation ended and where we were alluding to in that conversation, I've been sitting back and I'm like, man, I wonder if he'll just call and apologize. Or do I have to go out of my way and apologize to him and say, you know what? Let's just keep it moving forward. So, shout out to John Cena, and I hope him and his father can mend things, and I hope things get better over time. Someone else says, I've seen plenty of interviews with John Cena, and this by far is the best one. Shannon did an absolutely amazing job with questions and did not cut him off for the answers. And I'm going to tell you one thing, man, 100%. I watch a lot of different interviews. I love listening to podcasts, especially when I'm drawing. Shout out to some of my artwork back there. Link in the description. But a lot of times, man, during interviews, they'll cut the person that they're interviewing off. And it's like, let them get in a word. Even if you're having a conversation and it's a one-on-one and y'all chopping it up, you got to let the other person speak. You cannot listen to respond. You need to listen to learn, understand, then formulate and answer it. But, everybody has their own way of doing podcasts. I'm no one to talk. But yeah, man, Shannon Sharpe did an absolutely amazing job, a phenomenal job, the way he handled John Cena in that interview, and I'm all here for it. And John Cena said that himself. Let me read a couple more, and then we'll be off of here. This man literally carried WWE for more than a decade. While everyone was leaving Hollywood, he stayed and helped creating the next generation salute. Facts. And I think the one thing I can tell about John Cena, and you see this in 50 Cent as well, and with Shannon Sharpe, the loyalty. They were talking about a segment in there when they were talking about John Cena name and how WWE owns the likeness or the name or what have you of John Cena. I don't know all the ins and outs of the business details, but John Cena was saying, listen, man, at the end of the day, however you want to look at it, whatever money they make, there would be no John Cena that you have here today without that company. John Cena is so prestige and clean cut with the way that you see he approaches business. The work is the work. It is what it is. The contract is the contract. My obligations are my obligations. You don't get him like that. Man, I'm telling you, listening to how he approaches what it is, his life, his disciplines, the way he carries himself, it makes you want to be better. I'm looking at myself today like, I need to drink more water today. I need to hit the gym. I need to be more disciplined. I need to get more work done. I need to pump out more videos. I need to be more self-aware. I need to be like, and I'm already doing it, but I feel I got to be at a better level. I got to be at a bigger level and a bigger level. And you know what? The other day I was thinking about like, I work so much and sometimes I just need a break. And you need that. But at the same time, this is the work. It's going to be boring. You're going to be in the house. You're going to be an introvert, but you have to do the work. The only way you're going to survive in this business, in any business, especially as an entrepreneur, is you have to do the work. Now, does there need to be a balance? Absolutely. But keep the main thing the main thing. We'll read one more comment, then we got to go. Someone else says, John Enrique Stanicki was so good, hilarious, heartwarming, and... Oh, okay. I didn't see that one. So let me go to the next comment. I really like how people opened up with Shannon. I never thought I would tune in for a John Cena interview, but this was a great conversation, really captivating. We're going to end it on this. And this is why God is good and life is just so funny, because so many times you see successful people where they were on one trajectory, something happens, and then in the midst of all the foolishness, they steadfast, they keep going. And next thing you know, they're on an even bigger trajectory. One, because they stayed and toed the line. They didn't give up. They put in the work. They didn't give up. They put in the work. They didn't give up. They put in the work every single day. And we're going to be talking about a lot about things like this on this on this YouTube channel. It's just about putting in the work. So on that, I just want to say I'm about to go grab my WWE Championship belt, John Cena edition. Yes, that's the only belt that I rock. And I pray, and I'm going to speak this into existence, that one day I get a chance to meet John Cena, the You Can't See Me champion. One day I get a chance to sit down and talk with Mr. Shannon Sharpe. One day I'll be able to meet all these individuals. And I've met tons of different celebrities, from your 50 Cents. I've met a lot of people, man. 50 Cent, Lala Anthony. I mean, I've met a lot of people, but I want to be very well known, successful in what I do, especially with this podcast. And yeah, man, I'm going to keep on chucking. I'm going to keep on pushing. I'm going to keep on putting in the work, and I will not stop until I become successful in that endeavor. So thank you guys for watching this video. I greatly appreciate y'all. You already know what it is. I'll see you in the comments. These shirts were made in the US, which means sizes run true to size, if not slightly bigger. We make art, we sell art. And our shirts range from small to 5XL. So big and tall, we got you covered. We use polyester fleece materials, which means they're very soft and breathable. Love the vibrant colors? Well, don't worry. They don't fade or shrink after washing. Tired of the same old boring images used over and over again? Or just a square image right in the middle of your shirt? Our shirts are custom designed and fully wrapped all the way around. We have sold thousands of orders all over the US to happy customers. So what are you waiting for? Order some of the most amazing, vibrant, and soft t-shirts in the industry today. We make art, we sell art. In your face!